Wait, it's over? After 9 years, 5 straight division titles, and the most successful stretch in modern Buffalo Bills history, Sean McDermott is out. Fired. Just like that. And whether Bills Mafia wants to admit it or not, this moment has been coming for a long time. This isn't just a coaching change. This is a full-on identity reset for one of the most emotionally invested fan bases in football. Over the next few minutes, we're going to break down why the Bills made this move now, what really went wrong behind the scenes, how playoff heartbreak finally caught up with McDermott, and why this decision could either unlock a Super Bowl or send Buffalo right back into the darkness they fought so hard to escape. If you're here because you want surface-level headlines, this isn't that video. This is the story, the context, the uncomfortable truths, and the consequences nobody is talking about yet. Because firing Sean McDermott isn't about one overtime loss to Denver. It's about a ceiling Buffalo could never break. Sean McDermott arrived in Buffalo in 2017 to a franchise that was basically a punchline. For a decade before he showed up, the Bills were stuck in football purgatory. 6 last-place finishes in the AFC East. 1 winning season in 10 years. No identity. No hope. Just cold weather and broken promises. Then McDermott walked in and immediately changed the culture. That word gets thrown around a lot in the NFL, but in Buffalo it was real. Discipline. Accountability. Defense first. Do your job. No excuses. From year one, the Bills felt different. In his very first season, McDermott went 9-7 with Tyrod Taylor and dragged Buffalo into the playoffs for the first time in 18 years. Some Bills fans had literally grown up and graduated college without ever seeing postseason football. That drought ended because of him. Then came the Josh Allen era. And let's be honest, McDermott deserves credit for that too. Allen was raw, inaccurate, chaotic. Plenty of teams would have broken him. Instead, Buffalo built patiently, protected him, and watched him turn into one of the most dangerous quarterbacks on planet Earth. From 2020 to 2024, the Bills owned the AFC East. 5 straight division titles. 7 straight playoff appearances. Regular season dominance. Highlight plays every week. Primetime respect. Buffalo wasn't just relevant anymore, they were expected to win. And yet, every January the same ending. The deeper truth is this. Sean McDermott turned the Bills into contenders, but he never turned them into champions. Year after year, Buffalo entered the playoffs with hope. And year after year, they left with heartbreak. Losses to Kansas City. Losses where the defense collapsed. Losses where adjustments came too late. Losses where clock management became a national debate. Losses where the Bills looked tight when it mattered most. And eventually, those losses stopped feeling random. They started feeling like a pattern. McDermott's teams were always prepared, always disciplined, always competitive. But in the biggest moments against the best coaches, Buffalo kept blinking first. Andy Reid outmaneuvered him. Other staffs adapted faster. And the Bills, despite elite talent, kept falling just short. This latest loss to Denver was the final straw. A 33-30 overtime defeat at home. Another season ending not with a statement, but with questions. Another year of almost. And in the NFL, almost is the most dangerous place to live. Ownership didn't fire Sean McDermott because he failed. They fired him because he succeeded and then stopped evolving. 9 years is a long time in today's NFL. Coaches either grow, adapt, and reinvent, or they get passed by. And McDermott, fair or not, became viewed as a coach who hit his ceiling. The Bills front office had to ask themselves a brutal question. Are we okay being consistently good? Or do we want to risk everything to chase greatness? Because when you have Josh Allen in his prime, standing still is the same as moving backward. This decision isn't just about Sean McDermott. It's about Josh Allen's timeline. It's about Super Bowl windows. It's about fear of wasting a generational quarterback the way other franchises have before. Look around the league. We've seen this movie. Coaches who build something real but can't take the final step. Teams eventually choose the unknown over the familiar pain. That doesn't mean McDermott was a bad coach. Far from it. He may be the second best coach in Bills history behind Marv Levy. He restored pride. He stabilized chaos. He changed expectations. But expectations change fast in the NFL. When you go from hoping to make the playoffs to expecting to win the Super Bowl, the margin for patience disappears. And here's where things get uncomfortable for Bills Mafia. There's a real chance this backfires. Firing a coach like McDermott is a gamble. Culture builders don't grow on trees. Stability matters. And history is full of teams who chased the next level and instead fell off a cliff. Buffalo fans remember the darkness, the drought, the years where 9 wins felt impossible. There's no guarantee the next coach makes things better. There's no guarantee Josh Allen thrives under a new voice. There's no guarantee the locker room responds the same way. This move is bold. It's risky. And it's emotional. But from the front office perspective, doing nothing was riskier. Because every year that ends without a Super Bowl appearance tightens the pressure. Every year Josh Allen takes hits adds urgency. Every year other AFC teams reload raises the bar. The Bills didn't fire McDermott because he lost to Denver. They fired him because they don't believe he could beat the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Bengals, and whoever else stands in the way when it matters most. That belief matters more than any win-loss record. Now comes the hard part. Who replaces him? The Bills are no longer a rebuilding job. This isn't a clean slate. This is one of the most demanding coaching positions in football. High expectations, cold weather, passionate fan base, a superstar quarterback, a roster built to win now. They need a coach who can maximize Allen without dulling his edge. A coach who understands situational football at an elite level. A coach who isn't afraid to be aggressive in January. And whoever that is will be judged immediately. There will be no grace period. No patience. No excuses. Because once you fire a coach like Sean McDermott, you're declaring one thing to the league. Good is no longer good enough. And that declaration comes with consequences. So here's the question that really matters. Was Sean McDermott the problem? Or was he the reason the Bills were relevant at all? That debate is going to split this fan base for years. Some will say Buffalo should have ridden it out. Others will say this was overdue. Both sides have evidence. Both sides have scars. What's undeniable is this. An era is over. The coach who dragged Buffalo out of irrelevance, who ended the drought, who built a contender, is gone. And now the Bills step into the most dangerous phase of team building, the phase where expectations can crush you. If this works, Buffalo could finally break through and hoist a Lombardi. If it fails, this moment will be replayed forever as the turning point where everything unraveled. And that's why this firing hits differently. This isn't relief. It's anxiety. This isn't celebration. It's uncertainty. So now I want to hear from you. Did the Bills make the right call firing Sean McDermott now? Or did they just let go of the man who made all of this possible? Drop your honest take in the comments. No hot takes. No trolling. Just real football discussion. Because this decision is going to define the Buffalo Bills for the next decade. And however this story ends, it started the moment they decided almost wasn't enough anymore.